Hi, it's Mrs. Russo, and I'm going to show you what this piece of paper looks like coming home today. I apologize in advance, my stand won't work for my iPad to be held, so it might be a little shaky at times. So the form up here we use for extra credit for a test. So the student should have their name and that there's an upcoming math test. And this is the study guide, so they're going to go home and review it with you, or you can watch them review. So if you've seen them study either by themselves or with your guidance, you will sign the parent signature line here. Any topics that your student has trouble with, they can write it or you can write it. Just put like page 1, 2, 3, 4, number 5. So, you know, if it's page 1, question 8, write that on here. I will try my best to touch base with the child before the test tomorrow afternoon. And that will just help us make sure that they will be successful tomorrow. So this is for the math test. Page 1 is lots of drawing, so they'll have to draw a point. I'm kind of getting trippy with this. They'll have to draw line GH, array, an acute angle using the points P, Q, R. And then for like the above and beyond points, it says to draw a house that contains 5 of the following. I used one I used in small groups, so there's already writing. But there's 9 total things they can identify in their house, but they only need to pick 5. So as you notice, I drew a house, and then like point B, well, point B is at the top, acute angle BAC, so you can kind of see what that looks like there. I will be posting the PDF of the study guide on the Facebook group if you want to download and print it off. I had some extra ones that I sent home with kids, so I'm going to zoom in. Again, I apologize for my really awful camera work. So there are to identify a point, a line segment, and an obtuse angle that are in here. So a point, they can put point B. Line segment, they can put line BC in it. Obtuse angle, there's only one, so they would have to say angle A, B, C. Then I have this really awful line diagram I found. So most of the students relabeled the points because you couldn't see them. Again, they're trying to pull out geometric things in a line plot or into 2D figures. So they're trying to find, again, a line, parallel perpendicular lines, so those with the squares in them. So a good example of that would be line AE and line F. And I had one student go, can I add points on here to make it better? And I said yes. So we could say point line F, Q if I wanted to label like, sorry, I have to try to see what I'm doing through the camera. Q. Then find a right angle. Then we kind of have a mix of a line diagram and like a quadrilateral. They have to find a ray in it, parallel lines, and an acute angle. Then down below we have a street, and there are to highlight in red a right angle, green a line segment. So we're just trying to show them that these geometric figures actually exist in the real world. So that's kind of like our above and beyond. Can you identify these things on something you might see every day? Next is kind of a quadrilateral map. So there's a word bank, and they will label each of the quadrilaterals using the word bank. Then to go above and beyond, they're going to draw their own quadrilateral, which is a 4-sided figure. Then below, write the ones that have parallel lines, and they need to use the number that goes with each of the shapes. So, you know, this has a parallel line here. Okay, so I could put 3 down on the line. 5 is, because it's got 2 sets of parallel lines. And then for the next one, they have to write the numbers to the ones that have right angles, which is just, one thing I like to use is the corner of a paper. So, oh, yep, that's a right angle. That has a right angle. So 5 and 6. Now, unfortunately, when I was making this, I didn't realize I didn't attach a polygon here. But tomorrow I'll put like, you know, a type of quadrilateral down here, and they're going to have to tell me if it's a quadrilateral, a parallelogram, and a rhombus kind of thing. But I will help students out with that since I messed up on the study guide. And then the very back is focused on triangles and lines of symmetry. So up here it says which one of these is a right angle. How do you know? So something like it has a right angle, it has a square there, something along those lines. And then to go above and beyond, they need to tell me there's acute triangles and obtuse triangles and draw them. And then down below they have to say whether or not in that column that has a line of symmetry and yes or no. And then to go above and beyond, they have to draw their own shape and draw lines of symmetry. Hopefully that will help you tackle what our study guide looks like and how to study. Thank you. Bye.